From Franklin Field in Franklin, Wisconsin, it's American Association Baseball. Tonight, the Milwaukee Milkmen hosting the Kansas City Monarchs. And a pleasant good evening, everyone, or good morning or afternoon, wherever you may be in our worldwide planetary digital broadcasting reception universe. Tom Wynn with you here from Franklin Field, the Shrine of Bovine, where tonight's the Milkmen and the Kansas City Monarchs will meet for the first game of a three-game weekend series. The Milkmen, with a record of 46-31, currently one half game in front of the Lake Country Dockhounds in the race for first in the East Division. And the Monarchs, after holding down first place for most of the season in the West, at 43-34, they are now a half game behind the surging Winnipeg Goldeyes. And but obviously in the thick of the race for the top spot in the West Division. This will be the first time the teams have met in Milwaukee this season. They had a three-game series earlier this year in KC, that's Legends Field in Kansas City, Kansas. And the Milkmen coming up with a series victory as they took 2 out of 3 from the Monarchs down there. Monarchs 24-16 at home, 19-18 on the road for 33 and 34. And the Milkmen 22-14 at home, 24-17 on the road to make it 46 and 31. It'll be a couple of southpaws starting tonight's game. Cody Templeton, the rookie out of Buda, Texas, and most recently Stephen F. Austin University, pitching for the Lumberjacks the last couple of seasons, including this past spring. He will be on the hill for the Milkmen, making his 6th start and 16th appearance. A record of 3-1 with a 4.80 ERA. Cody has worked 54 innings, 54.1 to be exact, 46 hits, 29 runs all earned with 26 walks, 47 strikeouts, and has given up 4 home runs. He'll be opposed by the left-hander Austin Krob, who is in his first year in the American Association after spending the past 4 seasons in the San Diego Padres organization. Krob is 3-3 with a 5.91 ERA so far this year. Edwin Diaz, the shortstop, steps in to lead it off. And we are underway here from Franklin Field. There's a pitch for a strike. 0-2 to Diaz. Just signed with the Monarchs recently. He's 8 for 30 on his American Association season. So he's hitting .267 with a 10.21 OPS, 3 homers, 4 driven in. Played in right field last night in the series finale in Oconomowoc against the Lake Country Dockhounds. He's playing at shortstop today. So a versatile player, veteran guy. He has been playing pro ball since 2013 when he was drafted in the 15th round, I should say, by the Oakland Athletics. Coming out of high school in Puerto Rico. There's a fly ball to center field. Alec Oland has the range on it. He makes the catch. And there's one out as Edwin Diaz flies out to center. That'll bring up the right fielder Tyler Gentry. Gentry making his debut for the Monarchs tonight. Monarchs picked him up after he was let go by the Tigers organization. He had spent the season in Toledo playing for the Mud Hens as Templeton drops in a curveball for a strike. Gentry in 71 games at Toledo this year, hitting .250 with a 766 OPS, 9 homers, and 48 driven in. Prior to that, he had been in the Royals organization since 2020 when he was a 3rd-round draft pick of the Kansas City Royals, coming out of Arlington High School in Tennessee. Templeton misses again. So Gentry, pretty respectable numbers playing for Toledo in the International League. That's AAA. I would expect he's going to be a pretty solid player for the Monarchs here down the stretch. As the count is now 2-2. You got Lucan Baker, the ex-big leaguer, the DH, waiting to hit next. Fouled off by Tyler Gentry. Gentry, after coming out of high school in Tennessee, played a couple of years at the University of Alabama before getting drafted by the Royals. Pops this one up in the short right center. Oland with the call, and he'll make the catch for the second out. So the first two putouts recorded by the center fielder Alec Oland. The rest of the Milkmen defensively, left to right, you got Edric Felix in left field, along with Charlie Marion in right. The infield, third to first, Jeremy Rivas, Delvin Perez, Jordis Valdez, and Andy Blake. Carlos Linares does the catching, and on the mound, the lefty Cody Templeton, now facing the former St. Louis Cardinal, Lucan Baker. Baker playing in his 40th game for the Monarchs. He is hitting .301 with 16 homers, 46 driven in, and he hits a sky-high pop-up on the infield. And the first baseman, Andy Blake, making the call, makes the catch, and that retires the side. Cody Templeton puts him down in order in the top of the first. We go to the home half of the first inning. It's Kansas City 0, Milwaukee coming to bat on AA Baseball TV.
I'm in the zone now. Nothing can change what we on now. When I pull up, know it's going down. Foot on the gas, ain't no slowing down. Aiming for greatness, no settling. Kick down the doors, they won't let me in. Taking no else, yeah, I gotta win. Watch me kick down the doors, they won't let me in. Who do you feel when they make you the monster? I am not scared of none of you imposters. Taking the lead now while they watching. Think you should leave now while the option. Watch the game change. Watch the game change. Watch the game change, yeah.
Milkman coming up for the first time tonight against the left-hander Austin Krob. Before we tell you more about him, we want to tell you that Milkmen broadcasts are presented by Champro, official partner of both the Milwaukee Milkmen and the American Association of Professional Baseball. Whether it's under the lights, on the field, or in the dugout, Champro delivers the uniforms, apparel, and equipment trusted by athletes at every level of the game. Step up your team's look and performance today by visiting Champro.com and gear up like the pros. So Austin Krob facing the Milkmen for the first time. Again, this is his first season in the American Association after 4 campaigns in the Padres organization. 6'3", 205-pounder, 26 years old, out of Lisbon, Iowa. Went to Lisbon High School before going on to Kirkwood Community College, then Texas Christian University 2020 through 22. And at the conclusion of the 22 season, he was a 12th round draft choice of the Padres. 3-3 with a 5.91 ERA. This is his 9th appearance, 7 starts, 32 innings, 30 hits, 21 earned runs, 13 walks, 7 strikeouts. He's given up 5 home runs. And looks like the umpires are going to review the lineup card here, I think.
New second baseman in for the Monarchs. That is Austin Callahan, the new second baseman for the Monarchs.
All right, Milkmen ready to bat here in the bottom of the first. And the first pitch from Austin Crabb is good for a strike to Yordis Valdez. So a late lineup change as Austin Callahan now is playing second base. Fouled out of play. Saeed Valenzuela had been listed as the starting second baseman, hitting the number 8 slot. But it's going to be Austin Callahan now at second base for the Monarchs. That was the first notification we got, and obviously for the umpires as well. We'll see if we can get an update on why Valenzuela is not in the starting lineup. Yordis Valdez hitting .320 with an .820 OPS, 5 homers, 33 driven in for the Cuban native who played his high school ball down in Hollywood, Florida. Followed by Delvin Perez, Griffin Dorshin. Crabb's pitch is outside. Last time out for Crabb, August 8th versus the FM Redhawks in KC. 13-9 winner. 6 innings, he allowed 3 hits and no runs with 1 walk and 3 strikeouts. So he was pretty good on that day. It was the bullpen that melted down and almost gave up the lead to the Redhawks in that one. One thing you can say about Austin Crabb is he has not had a lack of run support so far. His last 4 starts, the Monarchs have scored a total of 46 runs. Crabb winning 3 out of those 4. And he misses outside ball 4, so he ends up walking Yordis Valdez after he got ahead 0-2. 25th base on balls for Yordis to go along with 58 strikeouts. Yordis coming off a 2-for-12 series against the Chicago Dogs. Milkmen dropping 2 of 3 to the Dogs, including the series finale last night, 7-6, when the Dogs rallied for a couple of runs in the top of the 9th to take the lead and then hung on as Delvin Perez takes a strike. Well, the Dogs stayed hot. They defeated the Lake Country Dockhounds in Game 1 of that doubleheader tonight down at Impact Field in Rosemont. So, trying to help out the Milkmen a little bit after taking 2 of 3 from the Milkmen here at Franklin Field. So for right now, Lake Country is a game in back of the Milkmen in the race for first in the East Division. Delvin Perez at .293 with an .886 OPS, 11 homers, 40 driven in. And he swings and misses. And he becomes the first strikeout victim of Austin Crabb tonight. 59th time that Delvin has fanned to go along with 28 walks. Delvin was 3 for 12 in the series against the Dogs. Here's Griffin Dorshin, the DH. Griffin at the DH spot tonight after playing first base in the Chicago series. .277 with a .931 OPS. Leads the team in home runs with 20, which is 3rd in the league. And second on the team in RBIs with 50. The man on deck, Andy Blake, leads the Milkmen with 53 runs batted in. Swing and a miss on a 90-mile-an-hour fastball from Austin Crabb. Griffin 3 for 13 in the Chicago series. Did have his 20th home run in that series as it sails outside. He also celebrated his 28th birthday in that series. Valdez at first base, pretty good speed. He's got 19 steals, only been caught twice. Short lead though, but there he goes. Pitch is taken for a strike, and Valdez steals second base. Throw from the catcher, Brady Lindsley, was a little bit offline, but I think Valdez was going to be in there anyway. So Yordis with his 20th steal, he's only been caught twice, ties Andy Blake for the team stolen base leadership with 20 each. 2-2 to Dorshing. There goes Valdez for third, and the pitch is fouled out of play. Yordas had a big jump that time, but Dorshing fouled it out of play, so we will do it again at 2-2. All-time series between these clubs. Kansas City leads 21-14. That's since they became the Monarchs beginning in the 2021 season. Before that, they had been known as the T-Bones. Monarchs have won 10 of 17 here at Franklin Field. Dorshing with a big swing, fouls it off to the right. So it's still 2-2. Kind of a cool, windy evening here in Milwaukee. But when I say cool, we're talking high 60s, low 70s. Very pleasant night to be at the game. Wind is blowing in from left field as Dorshing fouls one back, rattling off one of the windows in the suite next to the press area. Woke up a few fans over there. Nice crowd gathered here tonight. Of course, it's Fireworks Friday. We got post-game fireworks tonight. This one drilled into center field, and it's going to drop for a base hit. They are going to wave around Valdez. Here he comes, and the throw is cut off at the mound. RBI single for Griffin Dorshing, and the Milkmen lead it 1-0. Griffin drives in his 51st run of the season. And the Milkmen grabbing the lead here in the bottom of the first. So that'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Andy Blake. Andy at 295, 857 OPS, 12 homers, and 53 knocked in for the former Columbia University star. Originally from Princeton, New Jersey, now lives in Trenton as he takes that pitch for a strike. Dorshing, not a big stolen base threat, but he does have 3 this year and has not been caught stealing. We talked about before, Griffin is an excellent base runner. Reads the game very well. You know, once again, not the fastest guy, but he knows how to run the bases and run them effectively. 1-1 to Andy Blake. Comes up empty on a 91-mile-an-hour fastball from Austin Crabb. Crabb, as I said, from Lisbon, Iowa. Going to dial that up and see exactly where that is. Well, it's in Lynn County, East Central Iowa. Not too far from the eastern border. Not a big town by any means. 2020 population. 2,233. Blake fouls it back, still 2-2. Well, looks like a nice town to come from in Iowa. That's Lynn County, L-I-N-N. Cedar Rapids is the big town in that county seat. Popped up, foul territory, and a nice sliding effort by Tyler Gentry. Whoa, what a play out there by Tyler Gentry. He had to come a long way to get that one, and crossing into foul territory, and he made a nice sliding grab to retire Blake. Dorshing gets back to first base, 2 down, and that will bring up Jeremy Rivas. Rivas, the third baseman, hitting .353 with a 1,009 OPS. 4 homers, 15 driven in. Fouls that one back. Went down to his knee to swing at that one. 0-1 to the Milkmen third baseman. Defensively for the Monarchs, outfield left to right, Richardson, Head, and Gentry. Infield third to first, Davis, Diaz, Callahan, and Garza. With Lindsley doing the catching. And again, Rivas going down to one knee. trying to muscle that one up. If Jeremy keeps the inning alive, Carlos Linares, the catcher, would be next. This one fouled out of play to the right. So the Dogs, with a victory in the first game of that doubleheader tonight down at Impact Field in Rosemont. Everybody else starting just about now. One hopper back up the middle behind second. Callahan, the second baseman, has it. Throw across is in time to get Jeremy Rivas. Nice play by Callahan, who, again, was a late addition to the starting lineup today. In the inning, the Milkmen get 1 run on 1 hit, no errors. And 1 man left on. We go to the second. It's the Milkmen 1, Monarchs nothing on AA Baseball TV.
The best of the best under the lights.
You can tell that this isn't just your average game.
And it's out of here! Dives and makes the catch!
Swing and a miss, he got him.
Safe at the plate!
Did he do it? The game is over.
Turn up, let's go!
1-0 Milkmen as we move to the top half of the second inning. Opening game of this 3-game weekend series between Milkmen and the Monarchs. Tomorrow night's game will start a half hour earlier at 6 p.m. Milkmen will be wearing the Franklin Benjamin uniforms. That should be a lot of fun. And then Sunday, we'll have the series finale at 1 p.m. Go to MilwaukeeMilkmen.com for tickets and info.
Now batting for the Monarchs, number 16, Saul Garza.
Saul Garza, the first baseman. Cleanup hitter, leads it off against Cody Templeton. Takes first pitch for a ball, rather. Saul hitting .260. 878 OPS, 17 homers, 43 knocked in. Fouls it out of play to the right. Josh Mears had another home run in game 1 of that doubleheader tonight in Chicago. A 7-5 Dogs victory. This one drilled right up the middle, base hit. First base runner for the Monarchs as Garza wraps a hard shot up the middle. And so that'll bring up Grant Richardson, the left fielder.
Now batting for the Monarchs, number 14, Grant Richardson.
Richardson hitting .262 with a 943 OPS, 17 homers, 48 driven in for the Fishers, Indiana native. And he takes the first pitch for a strike at the knees. 17th round draft choice of the Yankees in 2021, coming out of Indiana University. So he played for the Hoosiers during his college career. Takes that pitch for a ball. Garza at first base. Not really a base stealer. He's 0 for 1 this year. There's a tapper foul to the left-hand side. So the count is 1-2. Cody Templeton coming off a decent start last time out at Sioux Falls. That was on August 8th. He was a 10-5 winner, going 6 2/3, allowing 4 runs, 5 hits, 5 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Did a nice job to keep the Canaries in check despite all those walks. Now 2-2 to Richardson, with third baseman J.D. Davis waiting on deck. His last time out here at Franklin Field, as that one just misses the outside corner. Good take by Richardson. So it's a full count. That was against Lake Country on July 22nd. No decision in a 7-6 loss. He went 6 2/3 in that one. Hit to right field, but Charlie Marion going back. He'll make the catch. And there's 2 outs. Check that one out as Richardson flies out to right field. Now J.D. Davis, the third baseman, former big leaguer, playing in his 38th game for the Monarchs this season. .268 with an .830 OPS. 5 homers, 18 driven in. J.D. played at the MLB level from 2017 through 2025. 645 games. Career average of .257. 72 homers, 221 driven in. Grounded to third, just past the diving effort of the third baseman, Rivas. Jeremy kind of lunging, diving down, couldn't quite get that one. It'll be a base hit for Davis in his first at-bat ever at Franklin Field. He's had more than a few at American Family Field in downtown Milwaukee, home of the Brewers. But first time here at Franklin Field, and he comes through with a hit. So you got runners at first and second, 1 out. Garza moved up to second as Hudson Head, the center fielder, fouls back on the first pitch. Hudson in his first season with the Monarchs, hitting .260 with an .829 OPS, 9 homers, 48 knocked in. For the former Churchill High School star out of San Antonio. 2019, he was drafted in the 3rd round by the Padres, eventually traded to the Pirates. But he was a major prospect coming out of Churchill High School. And no, they are not called the Prime Ministers. They are the Chargers of Churchill High. I think he had like .629 with 14 home runs his senior year in 2019, playing for the Churchill Chargers. The 2-1. Just missing as Robert Nunez would not give him the call. Nunez calling balls and strikes. Rob Knox at first base, and Albert Martinez is the third base umpire. And he pops it up behind second base. The shortstop, Perez, wind blowing it around, but he stays with it, and he makes the catch for the second out. 2 down as Hudson Head pops out to shortstop. Now you got Sahid Valenzuela. Well, I thought he was out of the lineup. I thought that's who Callahan replaced. Good thing I didn't scratch his name off the score sheet yet. Well, we'll try to get a further update in between the half innings here, fans. Swing and a miss. 0-2 Valenzuela, the number 8 hitter, hitting .293 with a .720 OPS. No homers, 23 driven in. Runners at first and second with 2 outs. And the pitch from Templeton, and it's fouled out of play to the right. So Valenzuela had been listed as the second baseman. Then Austin Callahan came in to play second in the bottom of the first. And here's Valenzuela batting now. Back up the middle, fielded by Perez. He will flip to Valdez at second to retire the side. Fielder's choice with the play going 4-6 to get J.D. Davis at second base. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. 2 men left on. We go to the bottom of the second. It's still Milkmen 1, Monarchs nothing on AA Baseball TV.
This is going surprisingly well.
Yes, it is.
Ma'am, your carbless refill. Sir, same thing?
No thanks. More for beer guy.
Excuse me. That's a nice shade on you.
Carbless. Don't overthink it.
Oh, look, I'm bottomless. Just like bottomless apps for $9.99 at Buffalo Wild Wings. That's right, you can get bottomless mop sticks, fried pickles, and so much more for you and all your bottomless friends. Bottomless apps for $9.99 only at B-Dubs. Blazing wings and a pick 6 for $19.99. Careful, those babies are muy picante.
I can handle the heat. You want to try it? Here.
Hey, you're right, it's really not that. Oh, too spicy, too spicy.
You'll be all right.
Pick 6 meal for 2 for $19.99. You know why I'm excited for bottomless apps for $9.99?
Why, Hank?
Finally have a reason to wear my bottomless chaps. Whoa!
You've been squatting. You've been doing squats.
Yes, I have been. Thank you. Bottomless apps for $9.99.
So we have acrobats, we have it all.
With today's nonprofit, all the proceeds going back in to help these things in. Correct?
Absolutely.
50-50 raffle, you give those here, we still have tennis balls left?
Well, we got plenty of tennis balls, and 50-50 now is over 300 going to the winner.
Oh, boy, and that's going to grow. We still got some time. Shannon, thank you so much. It is great to see you. Our friends at South Milwaukee, the committee, and our friends at Heritage Days and the parade. Let's go, Milkmen.
Okay, upon further review, Austin Callahan came into the game batting in the leadoff position, replacing Edwin Diaz. So Diaz had the first at bat of the game. He flat out to center field, and then he was replaced when the Monarchs took the field defensively in the bottom of the first. Callahan came into play second base, and the second baseman, Valenzuela, moved from second to short. So that's the update. 1-0 Milkmen as Milwaukee comes to bat in the bottom of the second. Carlos Linares, the number 6 hitter, to get it started against the left-hander Austin Crabbe. So again, we were trying to figure out what the exact deal is. I'm sure that, you know, if we knew the Monarchs better, we could tell the difference between Diaz and Valenzuela at shortstop a lot easier. The 3-0. And it's upstairs ball 4, so a 4-pitch walk for Carlos Linares. 8th walk of the year for Carlos. His ratio now 8 walks to 11 strikeouts. Second walk issued by Austin Crabbe. He walked Yordas Valdez to lead off in the first, and Valdez eventually came around to score on a base hit by Griffin Dorsey. That's the only run of the contest so far. Now here's Alec Olin, the center fielder. And he takes a strike. Alec got a hit in all 3 games of the series against Chicago. 3 for 11 in that series. 3 runs scored, 2 RBIs, hitting .218 with a .635 OPS. 4 homers, 29 driven in for the former Purdue Boilermaker. Teammates there for 3 seasons with Kane County's Nick D'Alessandro. That one missing high and away. It seems like Crabbe has been missing up and away on the arm side here a bit. Wind blowing out of the north, so it's blowing in from left field. And a base hit to left field by Alec Olin. Line shot. Well, that'll cut through the wind if you keep it down. Olin now with a 4-game hitting streak. Linares moves up to second, so first and second, nobody out for the Milkmen. Second hit of the night for the MM. And Austin Crabb, the pitcher, is walking toward the dugout with the ball. Is he coming out of the game? Yeah, maybe he got hurt apparently, and he just came walking off with the ball and looked like he was either he's going in for some kind of equipment repair, or he said that's it. He can't pitch anymore. No trainer coming out there to check with him or anything. He just walked off the field with the baseball. Well, we'll see. We'll keep it here for a few more minutes just to see if he comes back out to pitch. Almost looked like maybe perhaps he was going in for some kind of equipment repair, but really not sure. Remember, American Association Baseball TV is available on local TV stations along with regional and international fast channels and networks. Check your local listings for games in your area or search your smart TV for live games and replays. You can also log on to aabaseball.tv and see every game from the 2026 regular and post-season. And you can stay up to date on the American Association by following the league's social media channels and by downloading the AA Baseball app by logging on to aabaseball.com. Well, Austin Crabb has removed himself from the game, is not going to be pitching anymore as he makes his way out to the center field gate, which will take him up to the clubhouse. So a new pitcher is coming on for the Monarchs. It's going to be another left-hander. And let's see who we have now, and he'll be given as much time as he needs to warm up. This is going to be Sawyer Allen. So we'll take a break, come back with more on AA Baseball TV.
The best of the best under the lights.
You can tell that this isn't just your average game.
He got him.
Safe at the plate.
Did he do it? The game is over.
Turn up. Let's go.
So it'll be left-hander Sawyer Allen coming out of the bullpen to replace the injured Austin Crabb. We believe it's an injury, why he suddenly came off the mound after giving up a walk and then a single to Alec Olin to begin the bottom of the second inning. So not a very long stint tonight for Austin Crabb. Hopefully he's going to be okay. And now it's Sawyer Allen coming out of the bullpen, and since he wasn't warming up, he'll be given as much time as he needs to get ready as an emergency pitching replacement. Sawyer Allen, a 22-year-old from Platte City, Missouri. That's where he attended high school, Platte County High School, before going on to pitch at Rockhurst University and the University of Central Missouri, which is in Warrensburg, Missouri. All right, Edric Felix, the left fielder, hitting number 8 in the lineup today. Tried to bunt, unsuccessful, and it's strike one. Sawyer Allen, 0-1 with a 2.81 ERA, 16 innings pitched. He's only allowed 10 hits, 5 earned runs with 4 walks and 15 Ks. He's given up 3 home runs. Felix with a smash to third. It's dropped by the third baseman. Throw to first is in time. A double play. And I'm not so sure that J.D. Davis didn't drop that on purpose. That ball hits at probably well over 100 miles an hour exit velocity. Davis made a great play to get his glove on it and into the pocket of the glove, but then he ended up dropping it while the runners at first and second were frozen. He stepped on third, and his throw to first just barely in time to get Edric Felix. Felix he wasn't just lingering there, he was busting it down the line. So it's a double play, 5-3. And quickly 2 outs with the runner Linares still at second. Oh, check that. Olin now at second. Linares was forced out at third, 5 unassisted. Charlie Marion trying to see if he can keep the inning going for the Milkmen with 2 down. Charlie comes in hitting at .273 with a .705 OPS. 2 homers, 19 driven in for the rookie out of UW Milwaukee. Played the last 2 years of his college career. The home game's right here at Franklin Field, home of the Milwaukee Panthers. The 3-1 from Sawyer. And it's down low, ball 4. So Charlie Marion draws the walk. Charlie coming off a 3-for-9 series against Chicago. Had at least 1 hit in the 3 games, so he has a 6-game hitting streak coming into tonight's action. So runners at first and second with 2 down, and that'll bring up Valdez at the top of the order. Switch hitter batting right-handed against the southpaw Sawyer Allen. And he's in there for a strike. Yordis hitting .320 entering tonight's action with an .820 OPS, 5 homers, 33 knocked in. Back up the middle, but positioned perfectly to make the play as the second baseman. Callahan, he throws to first, and that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left on for the Milkmen. We go to the third. It's still Milkmen 1 and the Monarchs nothing on AA Baseball TV.
The best of the best under the lights.
You can tell that this isn't just your average game.
We go to the top of the third here at Franklin Field. Milkmen leading at 1-0. So the story with Austin Krob is that he was ejected from the game by one of the umpires. Again, it was just kind of weird how he came off. I did not see any demonstrative ejection motion from any of the umpires, but that's what the report is. Well, the communication from the field by the umpires tonight has not exactly been laser sharp up to the press box. But we forge on. All right, here's Brady Lindsley, the catcher, hitting .240 with .728 OPS, 5 homers, 25 driven in for the former Oklahoma Sooner. Originally from Keller, Texas, where he went to high school. He fouls that one off, out to play the left. Still 1-2. Lindsley was a 4th-round draft choice of the Washington Nationals coming out of Oklahoma in 2020. Was in their organization through last season. Cody Templeton just missing with that one. Milkman leading 1-0. Hits are even at 2 apiece. Lindsley, the number 9 hitter. You got Austin Callahan and Tyler Gentry to follow as strike 3 called. Nice pitch by Templeton. He nailed the outside corner. And Brady Lindsley, a strikeout victim, 42nd time he's fanned to go along with 25 walks. So not a bad ratio. First strikeout for Templeton. Now here's Austin Callahan, who did not start the game, but came on to replace the leadoff hitting shortstop Edwin Diaz after Diaz's first at bat to start the game. Diaz was 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Templeton just missing on that one. The count even 1 apiece. And now it's 2-1. Callahan this year hitting at .278 with a .740 OPS, 10 homers, 49 driven in. So he's having a pretty good season. Cuts and misses on that one. Only 15 walks, but only 25 strikeouts. So he's putting the ball in play in a pretty consistent basis. Trying to get something started for the Monarchs with nobody on, 1 out in the top of the 3rd inning. Hits it to left field and coming on and making the catch, Edric Felix. Edric, who is primarily an infielder, playing out left field tonight. And he made a very nice play there to retire Callahan. 2 down. Nobody on. That will bring up Tyler Gentry, the right fielder. Gentry in his debut for the Monarchs here tonight. Flat out to center his first time. And he looks the first pitch for a ball. And just off the plate. Templeton does not throw hard. He might give you a high 80s with a fastball, but most of the time he's in the mid to low 80s with the fastball, breaking stuff in the 70s. Does a great job of moving the ball around, changing speeds. Popped up, but that one's going to get out of play. But he's a good example of how you don't have to be overpowering to be an effective pitcher. You know, he's not going to light up the radar gun, but you can tell he knows how to pitch. Ooh, almost caught Gentry looking. In fact, he thought that the home plate umpire, Robert Nunez, was going to ring him up. Full count. And Gentry fouls it back. Again, Gentry was having a pretty good year with the Toledo Mudhens in the Tigers organization. 250 with 9 homers, 48 driven in. Prior to that, he had been in the Royals organization, was a 3rd-round draft choice back in 2020. And he draws a walk, so Gentry gets on with 2 down. First walk issued by Templeton. He's got 1 walk and 1 K. And now here's Lucan Baker. Well, the wind may be blowing in from left field, but this guy has the power to knock it out if he gets a hold of one as he fouls it back. Baker, a 2nd-round draft choice of the Cardinals in 2018, coming out of TCU. Originally from Conroe, Texas, he attended Oak Ridge High School. Fouled out of play. And appeared in 76 games for the Cardinals from 2023 through 25. Hitting .206 with 4 homers, 22 batted in. He is a big physical presence at the plate or in the field. They list him at 6'4", 280. He is a big dude. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Templeton blows it past him at 88. And that retires the side. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Cody. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 man left on. We move to bottom of the 3rd. It's still Milkmen 1 and the Monarchs nothing on AA Baseball TV.
You've seen what Empire builds. We are a people-first company built to deliver complex perimeter, access control, and sports construction projects nationwide. Empire's building more than fences. We're building up the people who build them. Proud partner of the American Association of Professional Baseball. From your backyard to the big leagues. Same direction, same beat, every day. This is Empire. From Little League to Major League.
Elevate your home field advantage by designing it around the way you actually live. Mike Wood here from Callan. What if your home perfectly fit your lifestyle? For 40 years, Callan has helped homeowners like you transform your living spaces from energy-efficient windows and doors to beautiful kitchens and spa-worthy bathrooms, featuring superior quality and craftsmanship you can see and feel for years to come. We start by listening and end with a home you truly love. Request your consultation today at callcallan.com and click the green button. Callan. Design, build, live.
Bottom of the 3rd, Milkmen leading at 1-0 over the Kansas City Monarchs. And left-hander Sawyer Allen getting ready for his 2nd inning of work. He came in to replace the starter, Austin Krob, who was apparently unceremoniously ejected after facing the first 2 hitters in the 2nd inning. He gave up a walk and a base hit. And apparently said something to home plate umpire Robert Nunez or one of the other umpires, and that was it. He was gone. So just 1 inning tonight for Austin Krob, and Sawyer Allen had to come in and quickly warm up, and he actually did okay. Got out of the inning without any runs being scored. Delvin Perez now in the hole 0-2. He was a strikeout victim against Austin Krob. Krob's only strikeout in his 1+ inning stint. He did walk 2 and gave up 1 run. So 1 inning with 2 hits 1 run that was earned, 2 walks and 1 strikeout, and that's it for Austin Krob. Delvin fouls it back, staying alive. Perez at 293 coming into this game with an 886 OPS, 11 homers, 40 driven in. Change up upstairs. Griffin Dorsey, Andy Blake also scheduled to hit in this inning. 2, 3, and 4 manager Anthony Barone's lineup card. Swing and a miss, and Delvin is down on strikes for the second time. Sawyer Allen records his first K of the night. So that'll bring up Griffin Dorsey. Griffin had an RBI single to center field his first time up. Facing Sawyer Allen for the first time. Big swing and a miss. And it's 0-1. Take a check at the rest of the American Association scoreboard. Tried to check and was able to do so on that high fastball. They're in the top of the second in Cleburne, and the Gary South Shore Railcats with a 2-0 lead on the Railroaders. Off-speed pitch, Dorsey couldn't get it. 1-2 to Griff. Railcats have taken 2 of the first 3 in that 6-game series down in Texas. Just underway in Lincoln, no score between the Cougars and the homestanding Salt Dogs as Dorsey strikes out. So back-to-back Ks by Sawyer Allen to begin the bottom of the third with the Milkmen leading 1-0. And that'll bring up Andy Blake. Andy, the cleanup hitter, 0 for 1. Fouled out to the right fielder, Gentry, who made a very nice catch to retire him in the first inning. And Allen delivers a strike. Bottom of the first in Fargo and the Sioux Falls Canaries with a 2-0 lead over the FM Redhawks. They are in the top of the second, game 2, that doubleheader at Impact Field in Rosemont as Blake fouls it down third base side. And the Dockhounds, the Lake Country Dockhounds, leading the Chicago Dogs 2-0. Dogs took the opener 7-5. Bottom of the first in Winnipeg, and the Goldeyes already trailing 3-0 to the Sioux City Explorers. And that gives you the rundown on the American Association scoreboard as Blake fouls it out of play. Andy at 295 coming in with an 857 OPS, 12 homers, team leading 53 RBIs now in his second season with the Milkmen. Had a solid first campaign last year, and he's definitely built on that this season, but he goes down swinging, and Allen strikes out the side in the third inning. Milkmen go in order on 3 consecutive strikeouts. We go to the 4th. It's still Milkmen 1 and the Monarchs 0 on AA Baseball TV.
The best of the best under the lights.
You can tell that this isn't just your average game.
We move to the fourth. Milkmen still leading the Kansas City Monarchs 1-0. Milkmen scoring a run in the bottom of the first, and they have made it stand up so far. Milkmen broadcast presented by Champ Pro, a leading apparel and equipment provider for all levels of athletics, and a proud partner of your Milwaukee Milkmen. So Cody Templeton ready to get back to work as he will face the middle third of the Monarchs lineup. Saul Garza, Grant Richardson, J.D. Davis. Monarchs led by their longtime manager, Joe Calfapietra, the only manager the Monarchs have ever had. They became the Monarchs in 2021, but he had actually taken over as the skipper when they were still known as the T-Bones before that. He has guided the Monarchs to a couple of Miles Wolf Cup championships in 2021 and 25 as Garza rips this one into the corner. That's going to be extra bases. Edric Felix picks it up, throws it back in. And Saul Garza with a leadoff double, his 23rd of the year, to get it started for the Monarchs in the top of the fourth. Third hit for Kansas City. They've out-hit the Milkmen 3-2. That'll bring up the number 5 hitter, Grant Richardson, the left fielder. Richardson flat out to right his first time. Hitting 262 with a 943 OPS coming in. 17 homers, 48 driven in. And he looks downstairs at the first delivery from Cody Templeton. Now 2-0. Monarchs second in the league in home runs with 117. Milkmen are third with 86. Popped up on the infield. Delvin Perez, the shortstop, will make the grab. And there's one out as Richardson pops to short. So here's J.D. Davis, the third baseman. J.D. singled to left his first time. That was back in the second inning. Kansas City typically is one of the team home run leaders. They play in a very home run friendly park at Legends Field in Kansas City, Kansas. But I haven't been there in person. I've seen it on video. I think it looks like a beautiful ballpark. It's got a short left field fence. It's got a short distance to the fence. It's got a high wall out there. But it's designed to give up a few home runs. Looking a lot better when they replaced that natural turf that was just a disaster there for many years. And yeah, looking much nicer. Field, the new artificial field they put in last year. I mean, it just has a much better look to it. It's certainly on video. 1-2 the count. Davis swings and misses as Cody Templeton rings him up for his third strikeout of the night. So he gets the former big leaguer, J.D. Davis. And that'll bring up Hudson Head, the center fielder. 0 for 1 with a pop out to short. But hopefully one of these days I'll get a chance to check out Legends Field in KC. It just looks like it'd be a great place to watch a game. Fun environment down there. There's a strike. Of course, the Monarchs team name honors the legacy of the great Negro League Kansas City Monarchs. Here comes the 1-1 to Head, and he fouls it back. And it's 1-2. If Hudson keeps it going, Saeed Valenzuela, the shortstop, would be next. Milkmen still clinging to a 1-0 lead in the top of the fourth. Foul back. Hudson Head coming to the Monarchs after spending 5 seasons in the Pirates organization. Last year played at Altoona, the Altoona Curve in the Eastern League, AA. Low and away. He originally broke into pro ball with the San Diego Padres, was a 3rd-round draft choice of the Padres, coming out of Churchill High School in San Antonio in 2019. And then was involved in a big trade that sent him over to Pittsburgh. Bouncing ball to second, charging. Valdez throws, and he gets it. Hudson Head, who has good speed and was really hustling. Valdez had to make the play smoothly and quickly, and he did to retire the side. Leadoff double, but nothing else for the Monarchs. We go to the bottom of the fourth. It's still Milkmen 1, Monarchs nothing on AA Baseball TV.
For over 65 years, our family has helped to make sure homemade doesn't have to be hard work. We do the measuring, mixing, and kneading so you can have confidence that they always turn out perfectly. We make every roll like it's for our family, too. Although they come in a Rhodes bag, to your family they become your famous rolls. Homemade quality roll dough from our family to yours. Rhodes Bake and Serve. Look for the bright orange bag in your grocer's freezer.
Still 1-0 Milkmen as we go to the bottom of the fourth here at Franklin Field. From the first pitch to the last out, Carbless is your game day companion. Smooth, bold flavor in a ready-to-drink can. Perfect for enjoying the action from the stands. Crack one open and make the most of every inning, every play, and every moment at the ballpark with Carbless. Bold flavor in every sip. 5, 6, and 7 coming up for the Milkmen as they try to pad their 1-0 advantage over the Kansas City Monarchs. Jeremy Rivas will get it started. He'll be followed by Carlos Linares and Alec Oland. Nice crowd gathered here on a Fireworks Friday. We'll have post-game fireworks as we do every Friday. One hopper to third. Davis has it and guns the throw across to get Rivas. Sawyer Allen has now retired 5 consecutive batters. He struck out the side in the third. Rivas now 0 for 2 with a couple of groundouts. Jeremy came in hitting .353. So here's Carlos Linares. Walked his first time. Started the night hitting .250, 10 for 40 on the year. And now has become the most of the time catcher for the Milkmen. Still sharing some duties with Chase Waddell, who's been with the team since the start of the season. Chase and Andrew Sundin were kind of splitting the chores there. Chase getting more of the playing time as the season went on, and then when Milkman signed Linares, he's gotten more of the playing time. But Chase usually catching at least one game per series, and occasionally DHing as well. 0-2 to Linares, with Alec Olin waiting to hit next. Curveball dives down a little bit low. Lights just about taking full effect. Maybe another 20 minutes. Ground ball left side. Davis has this one. And he fires across for the second out. So J.D. Davis with 2 assists so far in this inning. And give him 3 for the contest. Been relatively busy down there through the first 3 2/3. So here's Alec Olin. Singled to left his first time up, extending his hitting streak to 4 straight games. He's had at least 1 hit in each of the 4 games of this homestand, including this one. Going with the pink combo again tonight, the pink shoes, the pink sleeve on his right elbow. Down low, 2-0. Alec trying to get on to give Edric Felix a chance to hit here in the bottom of the 4th. There's a strike. Looks like he took something off the fastball to get it over at 85. This one hit to center field. Hudson Head moves over and in and makes the catch to retire Oland. Well struck, but Hudson Head able to make the play in center field. Milkmen go in order for the 2nd straight inning as Sawyer has now retired the last 7 he has faced. We go to the 5th. It's Milkmen 1, Monarchs nothing on AA Baseball TV.
The best of the best under the lights.
You can tell that this isn't just your average game.
And it's out of here! Dives and makes the catch! Swing and a miss, he got him! Safe at the plate! Did they do it? The game is over!
Turn up, let's go!
Moving along here at Franklin Field as we go to the 5th. Milkmen still leading 1-0. The only run in the contest, an RBI single from Griffin Dorshing in the bottom of the 1st inning. So it turned out to be a pretty good pitcher's duel between Cody Templeton and Sawyer Allen. Allen coming on in emergency relief after the starter, Austin Krob, was ejected in the 2nd inning. Speaking of pitcher's duel, they had one tonight in Cincinnati where the Reds defeated the Miami Marlins 1-0. Lightning quick game down there. And Chase Burns out dueling Sandy Alcantara. Fly ball, foul territory, right field side as Charlie Marion was given chase, but that one is going to get out of play. Saeed Valenzuela was originally scheduled to play second base, but by the time he took the field in the bottom of the first, he was the shortstop. Pops one into short right center. Olin moving over. He'll make the catch. Boy, the wind really took that one toward right field as Olin crossed in front of Charlie Marion to make the grab. I'll tell you, Alec, he is a superlative center fielder. I would yield to him every time if he thinks he can get it. One out as Templeton has retired 4 straight. Here's the catcher, Brady Lindsay. And it's 1-0. Brady struck out in the third. One of 3 Ks on the night for Cody Templeton. That one outside. Cody came out of Johnson High School in Buda, Texas, before going on to pitch at Texas A&M International University. That was 23 and 24. And then Stephen F. Austin, 25. And of course, this past spring, 26. Fly ball hit into left center. Olin initially came in, but now he moves back and over and makes the grab. The ball carried a little better out toward left center, I think, than Alec initially anticipated. Again, that wind mostly blowing in, but it's swirling around. It's making anything hit in the air challenging to get a beat on. So Olin with the first 2 putouts of the 5th inning. Now top of the order, here's Austin Callahan. Lined out to the left fielder Felix his first time. Edric coming in to make a nice play on him. Callahan replacing the leadoff man Edwin Diaz in the batting order. After the game started, he pops one up left field. Felix moving over. He'll make the catch. Wind was pushing it toward the line. Edric stayed with it, and he makes the grab to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down on 3 flyouts. We move to the bottom of the 5th. It's still Milkmen 1, Monarchs nothing on AA Baseball TV.
Carbless can be found in restaurants, bars, grocery, liquor stores, event venues, and through e-commerce. In your favorite grocery liquor store, make sure you look in the ready-to-drink section. That is where you will more than likely find Carbless. The coolers are usually reserved for beer-based products. If your state doesn't allow liquor to be sold into grocery stores, you will only find us in liquor stores. See links below to locate the most convenient method for you to find your bliss.
Need equipment for your next job? Don't settle for the traditional rental experience.
The rental experience with Equipment Share is a great experience. We rent everything from dozers to skid loaders, mini excavators, even smaller hand tools. They've always got what we need. They're timely. The billing is quick and accurate. The guys are able to set it up. They do it through their phone. Renting with Equipment Share is not like any other company out there. It's 1,000 times better.
Home half of the 5th. Milkmen still leading 1-0 over the Kansas City Monarchs. And Edric Felix will gets set to face the left-hander Sawyer Allen. Allen now beginning his 4th inning of work, and he has allowed nothing except a walk since coming on to replace the starter Austin Kropp, who was ejected after pitching just 1 inning. That's what's even more impressive is that Allen, the only time he had to get ready was once Kropp was ejected from the game. Now, granted, the umpires will give you as much time as you need, but that's still not easy when you're, pressed into duty like that, and to go out and be as sharp as he has been very impressive. He came in with pretty decent numbers into tonight's game. 0-1 with a 2.81 ERA in 16 previous innings. Had only allowed 10 hits, just 5 earned runs, with 4 walks and 15 strikeouts. Curveball is snubbed out towards second. Fielded by Callahan. Quick throw. And he gets the hustling Edric Felix by a step and a half. There's 1 out. Felix now 0 for 2 with technically a couple of ground outs. His last time up, he had hit a blistering liner down to third that the third baseman, J.D. Davis, made a great play to get his glove on, and looked like it was just going to be a line out with runners at first and second. But then Davis dropped the ball, and it turned out to be a 5-3 double play. He stepped on third to get the force out, and then threw across to get Felix. Just barely got him. So was it intentional drop of the ball to create the double play situation? Only J.D. Davis could tell you for sure, but the umpires thought it was unintentional. It was a great play by Davis to get his glove on it. I'm certainly not questioning that. That was a great play. 0-2 to Charlie Marion. Fastball just misses, top outside part of the zone. That was a good pitcher's pitch from Allen and a better take from Charlie Marion. This one popped up, foul territory, third base side, and it's just gonna get out of play. Davis coming all the way over by the bullpen fence on the Milkmen side of the field. Just ran out of room. So Marion stays alive at 1-2. You've got Yordis Valdez, top the lineup card, waiting to hit next. Charlie Marion strikes out, looked like a breaking ball, and Sawyer Allen has his 4th strikeout of the night. So Marion now with a walk and a K. 36 strikeouts for Charlie to go along with 14 walks. Now Valdez. 0 for 1 officially. He walked and scored in the first. Went out 4-3 in the second. Comes up empty on that 87-mile-an-hour pitch. 1-1 to the Milkmen second baseman. See if we can dial up the MLB scoreboard. See what's happening on the big show so far tonight. Now 2-1 to Valdez. Pirates with a 7-3 lead on the Red Sox, bottom of the 7th at Pittsburgh. White Sox 9-5 over the Tigers. Top of the 8th in Detroit. High bouncer to third, backhand play. Davis throws and he gets him. That's a solid play by the ex-big leaguer, J.D. Davis. And the Milkmen go in order for the 3rd consecutive inning against Sawyer Allen. Nothing across. We go to the 6th. It's still Milkmen 1, Monarchs nothing on AA Baseball TV.
The best of the best under the lights.
You can tell that this isn't just your average game.
plate. Did they do it? The game is over.
Turn up. Let's go.
Visiting half of the 6th inning. And the Milkmen still on top of the Kansas City Monarchs. 1-0 here at Franklin Field. Cody Templeton will try again to keep the Monarchs in check. He has shut them out on 3 hits so far. Milkmen have only 2 hits against the Monarchs, but they did play to run in the 1st inning. Tyler Gentry, Lucan Baker, Saul Garza, 2, 3, and 4 in manager Joe Calvapietra's lineup as Gentry fouls it away. So it's 0-1. Tyler is 0 for 1 tonight, a fly out to center, and he drew a walk his last time up. Templeton delivers a strike there at 85. 0-2 to the Monarchs right fielder hitting the number 2 spot. Lucan Baker, the slugging DH, waiting to hit next. Upstairs at 87. That one foul tip back. I think it got a piece of Linares, but it appears to be okay. Like I say, Cody Templeton does not throw hard, relatively speaking. Mid to high 80s with his fastball, but ball kind of jumps on the hitters, it seems like. He must have a pretty good spin rate on that fastball, where it appears like it's coming in much quicker than the radar gun says. Well, this one, not too quick for Tyler Gentry as he lines it to center for a base hit. So there's his first hit as a member of the Kansas City Monarchs. Base hit number 4 for KC. He represents the tying run. Lucan Baker, big swing and a miss. Lucan doesn't get cheated too much on his swings up there. Smash foul. He has hit some absolute bombs down at Legends Field. I mean, balls, a couple of balls that just seemed like they totally disappeared. Who knows? They may have just disintegrated after it. They left the ballpark. Foul back at him, reaching for that one. Gentry at first base had 7 steals in 11 attempts with the Toledo Mud Hens this year. Looks like a guy who could steal bases as Blake holds him. Downstairs, and it's 1-2 to Lucan Baker. Towering fly ball, third base side, and ended up in the Milkmen bullpen. Well, Lucan Baker got that one above the lights. Those are not easy to track, that's for sure. So it's still 1-2 to Baker. Former TCU Horned Frog. Another high fly ball to dead center field. Alec Goland will make the catch for the first out. I tell you, Lucan Baker can hit some high fly balls. So Baker 0 for 3 tonight. He came in hitting .301 with 16 homers, 46 knocked in. Gentry still at first. Here's the cleanup hitter, Garza. 2 for 2 with a single and a double. And takes the first pitch inside. Make it 1-0. Saul came in hitting .260. 17 homers, 43 knocked in. Former LSU Tiger, he was a 32nd round choice of the Kansas City Royals, coming out of LSU in 2019. In 2017, 31st round choice of the St. Louis Cardinals, but he did not sign. 2-1 now to Garza. Out of Edinburgh North High School in Edinburgh, Texas. Foul back to the right. Edinburgh, I want to say, is that where UTRGV, University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley, is located? Double check that. The UTRGV Vaqueros. Certainly is in Edinburgh. Foul back. The Vaqueros started a football program there. Was it last year? Maybe this year? Member of the Southland Conference. Yeah, last year they started their football program. Swing and a miss. Got him with the off-speed pitch at 77. So Templeton registers his 4th strikeout. First time he's retired Garza tonight. Now Grant Richardson. Gentry still at first as the pitch is high. Richardson tonight 0 for 2 with a fly out to right and a pop out to short. Low and away. So we got a tight one here so far at Franklin Field on this Fireworks Friday. 1-0 Milkmen in the top of the 6th. If Richardson gets on, you get J.D. Davis, the number 6 hitter, due to hit next. And Templeton just misses there. It's 3-0 to Richardson. And he walked him on 4 straight. Just a second walk given up by Cody Templeton. Richardson now has drawn 43 walks to go along with 81 strikeouts. Now J.D. Davis. 1 for 2, single and a strikeout. J.D. with 5 homers, 18 driven in his previous 37 games. Spent 8 years in the big leagues. Half swing going to cost him 0-1. He broke in to the MLB level with the Houston Astros 2017 and 18. Then Mets 2019 through 22. Giants 22 and 23. And the Yankees in Oakland in 2024. And actually spent some time with the Los Angeles Angels in 2025. So really all are parts of 9 big league seasons. That's a pretty decent career. 645 big league ball games. 1 and 2. You've got the number 7 hitter, Hudson Head, ready to hit if Davis keeps the inning alive for the Monarchs. Game 2 of this series tomorrow, 6 p.m. So we'll start 30 minutes earlier tomorrow. And then Sunday for the series and homestand finale at 1 p.m. Go to MilwaukeeMilkmen.com for tickets and info. Fastball high, 2-2. Remember, the Milkmen will be the Franklin Benjamins tomorrow, wearing their unique uniforms tomorrow night. That should be fun. Outside, and a full count now to Davis. It'll be traveling time for the runners on base. Gentry at second, Richardson at first. Base hit to the outfield would certainly score one, and possibly two if it's an extra base hit. Here it comes, runners go, and it's high. Ball four. Cody Templeton with back-to-back walks has now loaded the bases. Here in the top of the sixth, Gentry will go to third, Richardson to second, and Davis to first. 24th walk that he has drawn this year to go along with 38 strikeouts. Hudson Head 0 for 2. Pop up to short, ground out to second. And he hits a fly ball to center. Alec Oland searching for it, finds it, makes the catch, and that retires the side. So Head went after the first pitch and flies out to center. He's now 0 for 3 on the night. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and the Monarchs leave them loaded. They have stranded 7 through the first 6 innings. We go bottom of the 6th at Franklin Field. It's still Milwaukee 1 and Kansas City 0 on AA Baseball TV.
With Crohn's, I belong to a powerful team.
With Crohn's, I outperform myself.
With Crohn's, I live a good life.
Become part of our team. Find out more at workfor.crohnsusa.com.
Upgrade your look with 25% off lenses. Wisconsin Vision. See more life.
So bottom of the 6th, Milkmen still leading 1-0 as they scored a run in the bottom of the 1st and have made it stand up so far. Milkmen broadcasts are presented by Champ Pro, a leading apparel and equipment provider for all levels of athletics and a proud partner of your Milwaukee Milkmen. 2, 3, and 4 due up for the Milkmen against the left-hander Sawyer Allen, who has been pretty much mowing him down. He has retired the last 10 batters he has faced. The only runner to reach against him since he came on in the bottom of the 2nd was Charlie Marion, who drew a walk in the 2nd. 1-1 now to Perez. Delvin with a pair of strikeouts. Trying to get it started here in the bottom of the 6th. Fouls it back out of play. And it's 1-2. See if we can pick up the rest of the updated MLB scoreboard. Brewers are not playing until about another hour from now. Game 2 in LA as Perez strikes out on the curveball. Delvin having a tough night. He's 0 for 3 with 3 Ks. Brown or Allen, I should say now, with a total of 5 on the night. One out. Here's Griffin Dorsey. Single to knock in a run in the first, the only run of the game, and he struck out in the third. First time up was against the starter Austin Crabb. Popped up to the right of the plates, and ball eventually got out of play. You had the first baseman Garza, catcher Lindsley, both coming over. I'm not even sure they really saw exactly where it was, but it was out of play. So it's 0-1 to Dorshing. Andy Blake, the cleanup hitter, waiting on deck. Dorshing at 277 starting tonight's action. 20 homers. He now has 51 driven in. Allen just missing with that one. Allen has only thrown 51 pitches so far since coming on in the second inning. We're in the sixth, swinging a miss on the breaking ball. Slider that time. Orioles and Rays tied 2-2 in the top of the seventh inning. Padres over the Guardians 7-4. That's in the seventh. Cleveland. And Dorshing is another strikeout victim. He chased one off the plate. So back-to-back strikeouts to begin the bottom of the sixth for Sawyer Allen, who has now fanned at 6 on the nights. And that'll bring up Andy Blake. 0 for 2 with a foul out to right and a strikeout. Little looper in his short center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Andy Blake reaches with a 2-out single. So he extends his hitting streak to 4 straight games. He had at least 1 hit in each of the 3 games against Chicago. Didn't hit it hard, but put it in the right spot. So that'll give Jeremy Rivas a shot with a runner at first and 2 down in the bottom of the sixth. Elsewhere in MLB, Mets over the Nationals 3-1, bottom of the seventh at Citi Field. As the runner goes, here's the throw, and safe. One-hop throw that was taken by the second baseman Callahan. But Andy Blake just able to beat the throw, beat the tag. So he's got his team-leading 21st stolen base of the year. He's only been caught 5 times. 1-0 to Rivas. Swing and a miss again, going down to a knee on that slow curveball thrown by Allen. Diamondbacks in a 1-0 game with the Braves in Atlanta. That's top of the 8th. Rivas again ends up on one knee swinging. So we can certainly relate to that game going on in Atlanta, the 1-0 game with Arizona leading the Braves. Blue Jays 2-1 lead on the Yankees, bottom of the 7th in Toronto. The Astros up 5-2 in the Mariners. That's 3rd inning in Houston. Still to come, Rangers will be in Sacramento to take on the Athletics. Rockies will be in San Francisco to take on the Giants, and the Brewers and the Dodgers from Dodger Stadium, game 2 of that 4-game series. Brewers with a miracle win last night as they scored 3 runs in the top of the 9th to take a 1-run lead, and they held on for a 5-4 win. Rivas strikes out. 3rd K of the inning for Sawyer Allen, the 2nd time tonight that he has struck out the side. He now has 7 in just 5 innings of work. We go to the 7th. It's still Milkmen 1 and the Monarchs nothing on AA Baseball TV.
The best of the best under the lights.
You can tell that this isn't just your average game.
Yes, he got him. Deep at the plate. Did he do it? The game is over.
Turn up. Let's go.
So we go to the 7th. Milkmen still leading 1-0. New pitcher on for Milwaukee. It will be the right-hander Eli Hoyt. Takes over for the left-hander Cody Templeton, who put together an excellent start tonight. Cody, 6 innings, 4 hits, no runs, 3 walks, 4 Ks. Able to work himself out of a bases loaded 2-out jam in the 6th. When he got Hudson Head to fly out to center field, and now it will be Eli Hoyt taking over, facing Saeed Valenzuela to start the 7th. Valenzuela, the shortstop, 0 for 2. And it's 1-1. Valenzuela, 29 years old, from Yuma, Arizona. Fly ball out to left field and misplayed out there by Edric Felix. And it's going to be Valenzuela at second base. You know, again, difficult conditions, not a guy who plays a lot of outfield. Tried to reach down and get it at the last moment and was unable to secure it. So Saeed Valenzuela ends up at second base to begin the top of the 7th. Here's Brady Lindsley, the catcher. Down low, Eli Hoyt, the rookie out of Waukesha, Wisconsin, and the University of Louisville. Comes in with no record, 7.56 ERA, 8 1/3 innings, 13 hits, 7 earned runs with 4 walks, 16 Ks, as Lindsley fouls it back. Has given up 3 home runs, and he's got his work cut out for him already with a runner at second, nobody down. Lindsley tonight, 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout to center against Cody Templeton. Swing and a miss. Good pitch there by Eli Hoyt as he kept it low and away. Eli out of Waukesha South High School. Played his first 2 years of college ball at Madison College in Madison, Wisconsin. And then on to Louisville after that. Swing and a miss. Got him with a fastball downstairs. So Eli Hoyt strikes out. Lindsley for the first out. Strikeout number 5 for Milkmen pitching tonight. Templeton had 4 during his 6-inning stint. So that was an error charged to Edric Felix in left field that allowed Valenzuela to get to second base to start the inning. Here's Callahan popping one up to the left side, and making the catch is Delvin Perez. 2 down. Austin Callahan now 0 for 3. Everything's been in the air. A line out to left, a fly out to left, and a pop out to short. So with 2 outs and the runner still at second base, it'll bring up Tyler Gentry, the number 2 hitter, making his debut for the Monarchs tonight. 1 for 2 officially. Fly out, walk, and a single to center field. Tying run at second in the person of Saeed Valenzuela. Swing and a miss. 94 on the fastball from Eli Hoyt. The 1-1. Hit up the middle, and Olin comes on and makes the catch. Ball hung up just enough for Alec to come in and grab it. Solidly hit by Gentry, but great play by Olin in center field to make the catch to retire the side. So Eli Hoyt's able to get out of it without any damage. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 left. We go bottom of the 7th, time for the stretch. Still Milkmen 1, Monarchs nothing on AA Baseball TV.
For over 65 years, our family has helped to make sure homemade doesn't have to be hard work. We do the measuring, mixing, and kneading so you can have confidence that they always turn out perfectly. We make every roll like it's for our family too. Although they come in a Rhodes bag, to your family they become your famous rolls. Homemade quality roll dough from our family to yours. Rhodes Bake and Serve. Look for the bright orange bag in your grocer's freezer.
Carbless can be found in restaurants, bars, grocery, liquor stores, event venues, and through e-commerce. In your favorite grocery liquor store, make sure you look in the ready-to-drink section. That is where you will more than likely find Carbless. The coolers are usually reserved for beer-based products. If your state doesn't allow liquor to be sold into grocery stores, you will only find us in liquor stores. See links below to locate the most convenient method for you to find your bliss.
Man, that one is gone. Just like our current inventory, at these prices, we're hitting home runs on savings at all 5 of our Milwaukee locations. We've got Nissan, Hyundai, Kia, Honda, and pre-owned. Check out our out-of-the-park specials. Come to Rosen. Let's get you moving.
Rosen, Rosen, Rosen. Rosen.
Wrapping up the 7th inning stretch here at Franklin Field with the Milkmen leading 1-0 over the Kansas City Monarchs. Game not even 2 hours old yet, but both pitchers pitching efficiently and effectively. Both sides, I should say. Each team has used 2 pitchers. It was mostly Cody Templeton. He went the first 6 for Milwaukee, and now Sawyer Allen, who has gone the last 6, including this bottom of the 7th for the Monarchs. And he quickly gets ahead of Carlos Linares, 0-2. Carlos 0 for 1 with a walk and a ground out, hitting the number 6 spot. So you got Alec Olin, Edric Felix also coming to bat in this inning. And strike 3 called. Sawyer Allen not messing around with Linares. Uno, dos, adios, as he records his 8th strikeouts of the night. Remember, he didn't start. He came on as an emergency replacement after the starter, Austin Krob, got ejected in the 2nd inning. Has allowed just 1 walk and 1 hit since that time and has fanned 8. So here's Oland. Alec 1 for 2. He was the last batter the starter Austin Krob faced before getting ejected in the 2nd inning. Krob had walked Linares and then given up a single to Allen, so the Milkmen had runners at first and second, nobody out, when Krob was then ejected, and Allen came on. He got Felix to line into a double play, walked Charlie Marion, and then got Valdez to ground out to second. And since that time, he had only allowed 1 base runner. This one hit to second, and the throw by Callahan going to be in time. Good play by Callahan. He had to range far to his left. He was playing Olin toward the middle, and he had to go ways and get that one, but made the nice pickup and throw to get the speedy, hustling Oland. 4-3 on the scoring. Nobody on, 2 down for Edric Felix. 0 for 2 on the night. Fouls this one back to the right. Edric at 203 coming in tonight's game. He is now 13 for 66 with a homer and 4 batted in. Takes downstairs. Started this season in the Pioneer League and then was picked up by the Milkmen a couple of months ago. Been a valuable reserve type player for the Milkmen. '14th round draft choice by the White Sox coming out of Florida Gulf Coast University back in 2023. Got tied up inside with that pitch. It's 2-2. He was with the Glacier team in the Pioneer League for 10 games before coming to the Milkmen. Strike 3 called. 2 more Ks for Sawyer Allen. He retires the side in order for the 4th time tonight in the 6 innings that he's pitched. We go to the 8th. It's still the Milkmen 1, Monarchs nothing on AA Baseball TV.
The best of the best under the lights.
You can tell that this isn't just your average game.
He got him. Deep at the plate. Did he do it? The game is over. Turn up. Let's go.
Getting ready to start the 8th inning. Milkmen leading the Monarchs 1-0 here at Franklin Field. Remember, from the first pitch to the last out, Carbless is your game day companion. Smooth, bold flavor in a ready-to-drink can. Perfect for enjoying the action from the stands. Crack one open and make the most of every inning, every play, and every moment at the ballpark with Carbless bold flavor in every sip. Hunter Bryan has now come on the pitch for the Milkmen. He takes over as the 3rd pitcher of the night, utilized by manager Anthony Barone. Cody Templeton, the starter, went the first 6 innings, shutting out the Monarchs on 4 hits, and Eli Hoyt kept the scoreless string going by throwing a hitless, scoreless inning, although one batter did reach on an error. That was Saheed Valenzuela, who reached on a 2-base error from the left fielder Edric Felix, but then Hoyt was able to get the next 3 to avoid any scoring. Lucan Baker, the first batter to face Hunter Bryan, pops one up the elevator shaft, and the catch is made by Linares. If we had a dome above Franklin Field, I think that ball might have gone up and hit the underside of the dome. Wow, that was straight up the elevator shaft, as they say, and we're talking elevator shaft to the top of the tallest building you could think of. So 1 out as Baker fouls out to the catcher Linares. Lucan Baker tonight 0 for 4. Although he's hit 3 monstrously high fly balls, including that one. Here's Saul Garza. 2 for 3, single double strikeout. And it's 0-2 as Hunter Bryan jumps ahead of him. Hunter worked in the game last night, a scoreless inning in the Milkmen's eventual 7-6 loss to the Chicago Dogs. Upstairs, he made a couple of appearances against the Dogs in that series. All told this year, Hunter 0-1, 3 saves, 30 1/3 innings with a 4.45 ERA. Tapper just to the left of the plate. Garza did a good job to stay alive there. Bryan, a former infielder when he broke into pro ball. Now in his first year with the Milkmen. 29 hits, 15 earned runs with 14 walks, 22 strikeouts. He's given up 5 home runs. That one rides outside at 90, so it's 2-2 to Garza, the cleanup man for the Monarchs. Grant Richardson, the left fielder, waiting to hit next. High and inside, it's a full count. So let's go back and see what's on the AA scoreboard. And outside, ball 4. So Hunter Bryan, after getting ahead of him 1-2, ends up losing Garza. Third time Garza has been on tonight. 4th walk yielded by Milkmen pitching. Now here's Grant Richardson, the number 5 hitter, the left fielder. 0 for 2 with a fly out to right and a pop out to short. Gary South Shore Railcats with a 3-1 lead at Cleburne, bottom of the 5th. Railcats trying to make it 3 out of 4 in that series. Lincoln Salt Dogs 4-0 over the King County Cougars, bottom of the 5th in Lincoln. Smash, foul, just past first base. Andy Blake, the first baseman, ended up going to the turf to try to get that one. He did not, but fortunately for the Milkmen, it went foul. King County and Lincoln had just finished playing 3 games at Northwestern Medicine Field in Geneva. Tuesday through yesterday, the Salt Dogs took 2 out of 3 in that series, with the Cougars winning last night in a long rain-delayed game in Geneva. That one down low to Richardson. Sioux Falls 3-1 over the FM Redhawks in Fargo, bottom of the 5th. And Lake Country in game 2 leading Chicago 4-2, bottom of the 5th in Rosemont. Off speed from Bryan, just missing the zone. So it's now 2-1 to Richardson. Got to be careful with this guy. He's got 17 home runs. Drive to right, Marion going back, and you can see that one later. Grant Richardson with his 18th home run of the year, a 2-run shot, and the Monarchs lead it 2-1 here in Franklin. RBIs number 45 and 50. Garza scoring ahead of him. And the Monarchs get on the board for the first time tonight. They grab the lead. That'll bring up J.D. Davis. Fastball from Bryan upstairs at 94. Yeah, that one hit up and over the Screaming Sicilian Pavilion in right field. Davis. Fly ball into center. Olin coming on. He's going to make the catch to retire J.D. Davis. Davis now 1 for 3 tonight. Has reached with a single and a walk. So 2 down with the bases empty for the center fielder Hudson Head, the number 7 hitter. 0 for 3 tonight. Last time up, he hit one pretty solidly to center field, but Alec Olin was able to come on and make the catch. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Excuse me. That was a fly out to center that Olin made the catch. That was with the bases loaded, 2 out in the 6th. The following inning, Tyler Gentry hit a liner to center that Olin had to really come on and make a good catch. So 2 runs in for the Monarchs here in the top of the 8th as they take the lead. High pop up on the infield by Hudson Head, and the third baseman Rivas could not hang on to it. Again, there's no easy fly balls here tonight with that wind blowing around. So Hudson Head is going to reach on an error by the third baseman. Second error of the night for the Milkmen. Valenzuela, the number 8 hitter. He made it to second on a error committed by the left fielder Edric Felix in the 7th. That was leading off the 7th, but then Eli Hoyt, who pitched in the 7th for the Milkmen, was able to work around it and get out without any damage. Good pitch there by Hunter Bryan as Valenzuela swings and misses. Saeed came in hitting .293 with a .720 OPS. No homers, 23 driven in. So as you can imagine, they're not playing him very deep, especially with the wind blowing in. There goes the runner from first as it's fouled out of play, and it's 1-2. Hudson Head, good speed. He's got 11 steals on the year. He's only been caught twice. Valenzuela trying to keep it alive for the number 9 hitter, the catcher Brady Lindsley. Bryan trying to see if he can keep it right where it is. 1-run deficit for the Milkmen. Now 2-2. Kansas City now with 118 home runs on the season. This one popped foul. And so we'll do it again on 2-2 as Hudson Head once again was on the move. Lake Country leading the American Association with 123 team home runs beginning today's action. Then the Monarchs now 118, and the Milkmen third at 86. Fargo-Moorhead had 78. Coming to today's action, here's a line drive, 1 hop on the short outfield grass. Valdez throws, and he gets a nice play, Yordis Valdez, to retire Valenzuela and end the inning. But the Monarchs come up with a pair on the 2-run homer by Grant Richardson. That was the only hit of the inning. 1 error and 1 left. We go bottom of the 8th. It's now Kansas City 2, Milwaukee 1 on AA Baseball TV.
Your business is going places. We made a card to go with it. A card that gets you up to 10% back on travel. Oh, watch your head there. Put spending power wherever you need it. Keep spend control wherever you want it, which is everywhere, obviously. And retires reimbursements. Can't say we're gonna miss them. All so you can close those books early for once. Now would you look at that view?
It's a lot of pressure to try and call the perfect pitch, but at Rosen, finding the perfect card, it's easy. With 5 locations across Milwaukee, we got the inventory to ensure you make the right call. Choose from Honda, Hyundai, Nissan, Kia, or pre-owned. Come to Rosen and let's get you moving. Don't be out.
Rosen. When I first came to Milwaukee, I thought I knew what to expect. But this city, it surprised me. This isn't just where I play. It's my home. It's my city. It's Milwaukee, and it can be all yours too. Milwaukee, where fresh meets fearless every day.
Milkmen coming up in the bottom of the 8th, trailing at 2-1 to the Kansas City Monarchs. Today's game is brought to you by the Jeremiah Johnson Brewing Company. Built for the ballpark, cold, crisp, and ready for game time. From Blonde Ale to Citra IPA to Mountain Man Scotch Ale, Jeremiah Johnson Brewing Company. Drink like you mean it. Well, if the Milkmen mean to tie up this game, they got to come up with at least a run. It'll be Charlie Marion, Yordis Valdez, Delvin Perez. 9-1-2 against Sawyer Allen, who has been in total shutdown mode here against the Milkmen since he came on in the 2nd inning. Allowing no runs on just 1 hit with 1 walk since then, and 9 strikeouts. 1-1 to Marion. Charlie with a walk and a strikeout. So that walk that he drew against Allen in the 2nd, right after Allen came in the game, is the only one he's issued. And he's proceeded to strike out 9 Milkmen since then. 2-1 to Marion. Trying to get it started here in the bottom of the 8th. Milkmen trailing 2-1. Low and away, 3-1. Looks like the Monarchs are going to get some action going in the bullpen. Up and in, ball 4, Charlie Marion draws the walk. 2nd walk that Charlie has drawn. Tell you, this kid has really improved his walk strikeout ratio since starting the campaign. I think it was no walks, 15 Ks before he finally drew his first one. Now he's up to 15 walks and 35 strikeouts. So 15 walks to 20 strikeouts since beginning the season by putting up 15 without any walks. Valdez walked and scored in the 1st. Only run of the game for the Milkmen. It's 0-1. Make it 0-2. Yordis drew the walk against the starter, Austin Krob. He's had a couple of groundouts against Allen. Broken bat, pitcher gets it, bobbles, throws the first, and he makes the play. Works like a bunt. Marion ends up at 2nd. 1-3 to get Yordis Valdez. So here's Delvin Perez. Boy, Delvin having a tough time tonight, 0 for 3 with 3 Ks. Tying run at 2nd base. Charlie Marion, good speed. So a base hit to the outfield. Pretty good chance Charlie can come around and score. Right-hander is limbering up in the KC bullpen down the right field side. Boy, breaking ball, a beauty there from Sawyer Allen. He's had a good one since coming on here tonight. Delvin, 293 with 11 homers, 40 driven in. Fastball is up and away. Good. We've seen Sawyer top out at 91, maybe. Sawyer Allen on the gun. 92, let's say. Bouncer back up the middle, but Valenzuela's going to get this, and the throw to first will take care of Perez. Charlie Marion moves up to third, but now there are 2 down. 6-3 on the scoring. And that'll bring up Griffin Dorsey. RBI single in the first, since then a couple of strikeouts. Well, no matter how hard the wind is blowing in, if this guy gets a hold of one, he can crank one out of here, but it's a fly ball to center field. Hudson Head will make the catch, and that retires the side. Leadoff walk, but nothing else for the Milkmen. We go to the 9th. It's Kansas City 2, Milwaukee 1 on AA Baseball TV.
The best of the best under the lights.
You can tell that this isn't just your average game.
And it's out of here! Dives and makes the catch! Swing and a miss, he got him. Deep at the plate! Did he do it? The game is over! Turn up, let's go!
We move to the 9th. Still 2-1 in favor of the Monarchs over the Milwaukee Milkmen. And rookie right-hander Sam Starker has now come on to toe the rubber for the Milkmen. Try to keep the deficit as 1. Give the Milkmen a better chance to come back and win it in the bottom of the 9th if they can, or at least tie it up. This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the Commissioner of the American Association of Professional Baseball. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent. Starko will be facing 9, 1, and 2 in the Monarchs batting order, starting with the catcher Brady Lindsley. 0 for 3. A couple of strikeouts sandwiched around a flyout to center. He came in hitting .240, 5 homers, 25 knocked in for the former Oklahoma Sooner. Originally from Keller, Texas. Drives this one to right. If it stays fair, that could be trouble. It is a foul ball. Maybe by a couple of feet down in that right field corner. Most likely would have been a double for Lindsley had it stayed fair. But fortunately for the Milkmen, it went foul. The Chicago Dogs have come back now. They have rallied to take the lead against the Lake Country Dockhounds in Game 2, that doubleheader at Impact Field. 5-4 Chicago going to the top of the 6th. Dogs trying to sweep the Dockhounds. They beat them 7-5 in the first game. Starker's next pitch is down low. Sioux City with a 4-3 lead at Winnipeg, bottom of the 6th in Manitoba. And that gives you the updates. Lincoln, by the way, has now increased their lead over King County 9-0 in the top of the 6th at Haymarket Park in Lincoln. Well, the Salt Dogs don't write them off yet. They had a 4-game winning streak snapped last night at King County, but now playing the Cougars in Lincoln this weekend and leading 9-0 in the top of the 6th. Trying to get back in the playoff position as this one down low. It's a leadoff walk to Brady Lindsley. So that is certainly not what Sam Starker wanted to do to begin the 9th. Lindsley's 26th walk to go along 43 strikeouts. Top of the order now, and Austin Callahan, the second baseman, 0 for 3 since coming on to replace Edwin Diaz in the batting order. Bunt to third. Rivas has it. He'll throw to first. And that will take care of Callahan. Lindsley moved up to second on the play. So the sacrifice 5-3. No time at bat for Callahan. Conference at the mound as Tyler Gentry gets ready to hit for the Monarchs. Well, Gentry in his debut for the Monarchs thus far, not having a bad night. He's 1 for 3 officially. Single back in the 6th. Otherwise, fly out to center, line out to center, and he also drew a walk in the 3rd. This guy looks like he is certainly going to help the Monarchs down the stretch here. Takes a strike. Played 3 games for the Royals in 2024. 0 for 5 during that span, but had a chance to play in the big show. Bouncer to short. Perez throws across, and he gets him for the second out. Nice play there by Delvin, who has really been outstanding defensively this year and has put together a pretty good offensive season as well. All right, Lucan Baker, runner at third with 2 down. Lucan 0 for 4 tonight, but he has he's had some solid contact. His launch angles have been off the charts. 2 towering pop-ups and a towering fly ball to center field has also struck out. Drive to left. If that stays fair, I think that might get out of here, but it goes foul. Yeah, I think that that had the distance down there. And again, that's against that wind that's blowing it from left field. But this guy, similar to the Milkmen's Griffin Dorsey, if these guys barrel one up, I'm not sure a hurricane can prevent the ball from leaving the yard. It's hit down the line. That one was out of play. It's 1-2. I mean, you know, these are guys just old school, natural power. Starker ready for the 1-2. Here it is. Just missed. Good pitch. Better take by Lucan. So now it's 2-2. Some of the fans were groaning. They wanted that call. Drive to left center. That's going to be in there for extra bases. And the Monarchs go up 3-1. So after Baker got the benefit of the 50-50 pitch call on the previous delivery from Starker, he comes through with a solid RBI double, his 9th double of the year. Drives in his 47th run. Again, 47 RBIs in just 40 games for Lucan Baker. That's a big insurance run right there for the Kansas City Monarchs. Lindsley came home to score from second. Now Saul Garza, the cleanup man. 2 for 3. single, double, strikeout, walk, and he scored a run in the 8th in front of that 2-run homer by Grant Richardson that initially had put Kansas City in front. They were down 1-0 at that stage. But he hit that 2-run shot off of Hunter Bryan to put KC up, and now they're up 3-1 after the RBI double from Lucan Baker. That misses down and away. It's 2-1. If you're looking ahead to the bottom of the 9th, Milkmen will have middle third of the order up. Andy Blake, Jeremy Rivas, and Carlos Linares. Now 3-1 to Garza. Trying to see who is warming up in that KC bullpen. I would assume whoever their primary closer is, that's who it is. Ball 4. So Starker walks Garza to put runners at first and second with 2 down. Sam's second walk of the inning. Milkmen pitchers have walked 6 and struck out 5 tonight. Milkmen pitching coach A.J. Schugel going out to have a little conference at the mound. Game 2 of the series tomorrow night. It'll be a 6 p.m. starting time, 30 minutes earlier than tonight's game time. The Milkmen will become the Franklin Benjamins. So that should be pretty fun to see the Milkmen in their unique uniforms as the Franklin Benjamins. And then series concludes on Sunday. Go to MilwaukeeMilkmen.com for tickets and information. Most of this crowd still hanging in there. Of course, we've got post-game fireworks, so they're in no hurry to leave. All right, let's see if Starker can get Richardson and keep the deficit at 2. First pitch low and in. Grant Richardson with the big blow of this game for the Monarchs. He had a 2-run shot in the last inning with 1 out. And Milkmen at the time were leading 1-0, but that flipped the score as the Monarchs went up 2-1. They now lead it 3-1 here in the 9th. Big cut and a miss on that fastball at 90 mph from Sam Starker. Starker out of Elma, New York. Came to the Milkmen after finishing up his college career at Canisius for the Golden Griffins. Last pitch on Wednesday for the Milkmen against the Dogs. 1 inning, 1 hit, no runs. For the year, Starker, 3-1 with a 7.01 ERA, 25 2/3 innings coming in. Has given up a run on 1 hit tonight with 2 walks. And looks like timeout. I believe so. Not a pitch clock or batter violation. 2-1. That home run by Richardson in the 8th was his 18th of the season. He's working his way up to the league leaders. Got jammed, pops it up to second. Valdez will make the catch to tie the side. Good pitch there by Starker as he was able to get inside on Richardson, and all I could do was hit a weak pop-up to the second baseman. However, the Monarchs do add a run. 1 hit, no errors, and they strand 2. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Milkmen need 2 to tie, 3 to walk it off. It's Kansas City 3, Milwaukee 1 on AA Baseball TV.
Summer in Milwaukee is non-stop. Festivals, live music, and fresh city vibes fill the season. From world-famous cultural celebrations to hidden gem street fairs, every neighborhood is a stage alive with handcrafted traditions, homegrown talent, and world-class entertainment. Music, flavor, culture, whenever you visit, the Cream City is ready to celebrate. This summer, don't just visit, experience Milwaukee, the city of festivals.
Hi, my name is Holly, and this is Watson Diesel.
It's a lot of pressure to try and call the perfect pitch, but at Rosen, finding the perfect cart, it's easy. With 5 locations across Milwaukee, we got the inventory to ensure you make the right call. Choose from Honda, Hyundai, Nissan, Kia, or pre-owned. Come to Rosen and let's get you moving. Don't be out.
Rosen, Rosen, Rosen. Rosen.
Bottom of the ninth, Milkmen trailing it 3-1, and they'll be facing a new pitcher for the Monarchs. It's the right-hander Durbin Feltman. So he takes over as the third pitcher of the night for the Monarchs. Austin Krob, the starter, pitched 1 inning before getting ejected. Then Sawyer Allen went 7. Outstanding innings for the Monarchs. And now Durbin Feltman looking to finish it off. Facing the middle third of the Milkmen order, starting with Andy Blake. And the count is 2-0. Feltman this year 1-1 with 5 saves, a 2.87 ERA in 15 2/3 innings. So he's got some pretty good numbers. Catches the outside corner with that pitch at 89 miles an hour. Only allowed 9 hits in 15 2/3, 5 earned runs, 8 walks, 22 strikeouts, no home runs as Blake hits one to left. Going back is Richardson, and he makes the catch. Oh, what a grab out there by Grant Richardson. Blake hit a seed out there to left field, and Richardson getting back, and he reached up and made the catch right near the warning track. That is a big time play there. And he hit that right into the wind. And if that wind is going the other way, he's knocking that one. That's a line drive off the video board in left center. Fine play by Grant Richardson, and he is looking like the star of the game tonight. He had the 2-run homer to put the Monarchs up in the 8th, and now makes a great play. Take an extra base hit away from Andy Blake here in the 9th. Jeremy Rivas 0 for 3. A couple of groundouts and a strikeout. Now in the hole 1 and 2, Carlos Linares, the catcher, waiting to hit next. Tried to get him to chase that one low and away. Rivas would not. Feltman trying to pick up his 6th save here tonight. Checked on that pitch down low, so it's a full count now to Rivas. Milkmen need to get somebody on to bring the tying run to the plate. And he just missed inside. Jeremy Rivas drawing the walk. Oh, that was a good plate appearance there by Jeremy. Took a couple of tough pitches and draws the walk. Just the Fourth walk given up by Kansas City pitching tonight. Sawyer Allen in relief, 7 innings, 1 hit, no runs, with 1 walking. 9 strikeouts. So here's Linares, 0 for 2 with a walk tonight. He represents a tying run. Ball was down in the turf, it got away, and that enables the base runner, Rivas, to get to second base. Good hustle there by Jeremy. Throw by Lindley went into center field, but it was backed up on the play. No chance for Rivas to advance beyond that. One and one the count to Carlos Linares. You got Alec Oland, another right-hand hitter, ready to hit next. Low and away. 2-1 the count to Linares. And now 3-1. So Durbin Feldman having a few control issues here. Linares ahead of the count, 3-1. Well, Carlos, this would be a great time for him to hit his first home run as a member of the Milkmen. Probably got to go the opposite way to do it, though, unless he really crushes one. And it's ball 4, so back-to-back walks with 1 out in the 9th have put the potential tying runs on board for the Milkmen. Feltman, coming into tonight's contest, had only walked 8 in 15 2/3. He had 8 walks, 22 strikeouts. And a emergency conference at the mound by the pitching coach for the Monarchs, along with everybody else in the infield. Alec Oland will be the next hitter. Alec, the number 7 hitter. Singled in the second, since then a fly out to center and a 4-3 ground out. Again, Alec's overall numbers not overly great this year. 218 average, 635 OPS. But he's got 4 homers and 29 RBIs, and he's had some clutch hits for the Milkmen. See what he can do here. Looks at his strike. 88 from Feltman. Rivas and Linares, the runners on base. Rivas at second base. And Olin pops it up right side. It'll get into short right field, where Gentry makes the catch for the second out. 2 down. And the last hope for the Milkmen will be scheduled to be Edric Felix, but I believe we're going to have a pinch hitter. It's going to be Wendell Marrero coming up to pinch hit. So Marrero will pinch hit for Edric Felix. Edric finishes the night 0 for 3. Although he did hit a smash to the third baseman Davis his first time up. There's a strike to Marrero. So Wendell coming off the bench, trying to see if he can drive in at least a run here. Fouled down, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2. Marrero had a pretty decent series against the Chicago Dogs. He was 0 for 4 last night, but he was 4 for 13 in the series with 5 RBIs, including a grand slam that he hit in Tuesday night's game. on the year. 236 with 3 homers, 30 driven in. Again, the runners lead at first and second. And a one-hopper back to the mound. Durbin will underhand flip to Garza, and that will do it for tonight's ball game as the Monarchs win the series opener by the final score of 3-1. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2 men left on for the Milkmen. We'll take a break, come back, and wrap it up. Our final score, Monarchs 3, Milkmen 1 on AA Baseball TV.
The best of the best under the lights.
You can tell that this isn't just your average game.
And it's out of here! Dives and makes the catch! Swing and a miss, he got him. Deep at the plate! Did he do it? The game is over! Turn up, let's go!
All right, we are back at Franklin Field in the aftermath of the Kansas City Monarchs 3-1 victory over the Milwaukee Milkmen. Final line totals from tonight's game for the victorious Monarchs. 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors. They strand 11, and for the Milkmen, 1 run, just 3 hits, 2 errors. They leave 7. The winning pitcher, Sawyer Allen, who was pressed into duty after the original starter, Austin Kropp, got ejected in the 2nd inning. And Allen just came up and shut the Milkmen down. Very impressive, outstanding effort from Allen. So, you know, pressed into duty, emergency replacement, had to, warm up cold on the field, but was able to go 7 innings, allowing just 1 hit, no runs, with 1 walk and 9 strikeouts. So he gets the win to go to 1-1. Durbin Feldman pitched a scoreless 9th to record his 6th save. And for the Milkmen, Hunter Bryan will take the loss in relief. He gave up the 2-run homer to Grant Richardson in the bottom of the 8th, top of the 8th, I should say, that put the Monarchs up 2-1, and they did eventually get another run against Sam Starker in the 9th inning to make the final 3-1. Cody Templeton with a good start, though, for the Milkmen. The rookie left-hander, 6 innings, 4 hits, no runs, with 3 walks and 4 Ks. So he did a nice job while he was in there, but bullpen just couldn't hold it tonight. Although, again, Milkmen were limited to just 1 run on 3 hits. It's not like the bullpen, had a horrendous meltdown. But Monarchs get the series opening victory. They improved to 44-34. 20-18 on the road. Milkmen dropped to 46-32. They've dropped 3 of 4 on this homestand, and their home record now 22-15 and 10-5 in 2-run games for the Milkmen. However, they will remain at least a portion of first place. They led the Lake Country Dockhounds by a half game in the East Division standings, and the Dockhounds lost the first game of the doubleheader down at Chicago tonight against the Dogs, and they were trying to avoid getting swept. We'll See if the quick update is there. Well, they've tied up at 5-5 in the 7th in game 2. So that'll do it for tonight's broadcast here. My thanks to Home Team Network for their fine work back there. This is Tom Wynn wishing you a good one. This has been a production of the AA Baseball TV Network. Final score, Monarchs 3, Milkmen 1. Good night from Franklin, Wisconsin.